Are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So at what time CRT classes is ended? So very few students joined the class.
I'm 11:10 to start my classes.
Okay. CRT classes is ended up at what time?
Don't know.
Okay. Are able to hear me? Right.
Madam.
Right. So first let us revise what we discussed in the last class. Okay. So we have seen derivations. Okay. For lateral earth pressure calculation in active case and in passive case for cohesive soil. Okay. So are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
Right. So in today's class, for both active case and passive case, let us discuss pressure distribution. So we have seen how much pressure is acting on the retaining wall, right? Whatever the backfill is giving the pressure on the retaining wall, we have calculated how much it is in the last class, right? So today we'll see how it is distributed. Okay. So here, are you able to see the diagrams here on this slide? Yes. Are you able to see the diagrams?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So it is the pressure distribution diagram, okay, for active case in cohesive soil, right? So the equation is looking like this. So we have seen the derivation for this in the last class. So active earth pressure, okay, active earth pressure is equal to Ka gamma z minus 2c and root of Ka, okay. So the equation itself is saying that there is cohesion, okay, soil is cohesive, okay, because C is present in the equation, right? So there is retaining wall, okay, which is having the height of H, and ground surface is horizontal like this, and soil is cohesive, okay. So the pressure, the PA will be distributed like this, okay, in the height of the retaining wall, right? So if you see the pressure distribution diagram, okay, so as the depth is increasing, okay, as we are going down, the pressure is negative, okay, and till some depth, okay, it is negative. After ZC depth, it became zero, okay, the stress became zero, okay, and after zero, again it became positive, okay. So if you see the direction of arrows here, okay, till ZC it is negative, okay, after ZC it is positive, okay, arrow direction is different, okay. So it is how the stresses will be distributed in the case of cohesive soils, okay, in the case of active state, okay. So till some extent it is negative, and at ZC it became 0. After ZC it is positive. The stress is positive. Okay. So we are saying that till ZC, okay, till certain depth, as depth is increasing, the stresses are decreasing. Okay. It is because of negative pressures. It is because of tensile stresses. Okay. So the depth of ZC, okay, the ZC is called as depth of tensile crack. Okay. Depth of tensile crack. So what is ZC means? Okay. So it is a depth at which the stresses are negative, and at ZC the stress will become 0. Okay. So depth of tensile crack. How can we calculate this? So we are saying that pressure is becoming 0. The stress is becoming 0 at certain point. That point is considered as ZC. So this is a basic equation, right, for active state. And if we substitute Z equal to 0, okay, Z equal to 0, then we'll be getting the pressure in the active state to be this much. Okay. And negative sign represents, okay, negative sign represents negative stress. Okay. And we are saying that at depth ZC the pressure is becoming 0. Okay. PA we made it to be 0, so that whatever Z will get, that will be ZC, depth of tensile crack. Okay. At this particular depth stress becomes 0. Okay. So PA became 0 here, and Z became ZC. Okay. So rewrite the equation for ZC. We are calculating ZC, and ZC is equal to 2C by gamma under root of Ka. Okay. So ZC is a depth of tensile crack, or we can say the depth at which stress became 0 in case of cohesive soils. Okay. So what does each term represents here? What does C represents? What does C represents here? Yes.
Cohesion.
Cohesion of soil. What does gamma represents? What does gamma represents? Gamma is the representation of what?
Unit weight.
Unit weight of soil. What is Ka? Ka means what?
Active.
Coefficient of active earth pressure.
Right. Coefficient of active earth pressure. It is equal to how much? It is equal to how much? See, we have seen the derivations for all these. Ka is equal to what?
1 minus sin phi by 1 plus sin.
1 minus sin phi by 1 plus sin phi. Okay. There in that formula again phi represents angle of internal friction. Okay. So this is how the pressure will be distributed in the case of active state. Okay. So we'll discuss the next case, the passive state. Okay. And before that we need two formulas, okay, to solve the problems. Okay. So that is before formation of a crack.
slide better.
Right. So you can note
Okay,
down
ma'am.
these equations. These are very important equations. This Jersey formula is very important to calculate, to solve the problems. ZC, depth of tensile crack. Okay, the stress, where the stress becomes 0. Okay, right. So we need these two formulas to solve the problems again. Okay, so what is the active earth pressure before formation of a crack? Okay, so we are saying that after some depth, okay, after ZC depth, there is formation of a crack. Okay, the stress is becoming 0. Okay, so before formation of a crack, what is active? What is the pressure in the active state? That is equal to 1 by 2 H minus ZC Ka gamma H minus 2C under root of Ka. Okay. So here ZC represents depth of tensile crack. H represents height of retaining wall. Okay. And you know all these terms, remaining terms. Okay. So after formation of a crack, okay, tensile stresses are neglected. Okay. So the equation will vary like this. Okay. Here of gamma h square minus 2ch plus 2c square by gamma. So if you see here, there is no coefficient of earth pressure after formation of a crack. Okay. Only gamma h terms are there and c is present. There is no coefficient of earth pressure in the equation after formation of a crack. Okay. Right. So we need to discuss one more term, okay? Along with the depth of tensile crack, that is ZC, there is one more term we need to discuss, that is HC, okay? Critical height, okay? So because it is critical height, it is represented with HC, okay? And we are discussing only about unsupported vertical cut, okay? Critical height of a unsupported vertical cut. Okay, so I'll show you the image of a vertical cut. Okay, so this is the vertical cut. Okay, whatever you are saying, this is vertical cut. It is not like retaining wall. Okay, it is somewhat different. Okay. So in the case of vertical cut, critical height is equal to 2ZC. Okay, 2 into ZC. ZC, we have seen the formula. Okay, for ZC, 2C by gamma root Ka, right? So the same thing we can apply here in the formula. Okay, so that we'll be getting 4C by gamma into under root of Ka. Okay, so critical height means the height at which the total earth pressure is 0. Okay, the Pa or Pp both becomes 0 in the case of vertical cut. Okay, critical height means the height at which total earth pressure is 0. Okay, and which is equal to 2ZC. HC is equal to 2ZC. Okay, so whatever we discussed, it is about active case. Okay, the pressure distribution in the case of active state. Okay, uh, so where in the case of active case, the retaining wall will be moving away from the soil. Okay, so if you see in the first diagram of this slide, okay, so the retaining wall will be compressing the soil. Okay, the retaining wall, this black thing is retaining wall. The retaining wall is compressing the soil. Okay, this condition is called as passive case. Okay, so in this case, the more circle diagram look like this. Okay, and we have seen the derivation with the help of this diagram only. Okay, so as it is cohesive soil, the more envelope is starting after C. Okay, so in case of cohesionless soil, where it will start, the more envelope is failure envelope. Where does it will start in case of cohesionless soil? Yes, failure envelope, the straight line, right? Or the line which is making some angle of C, angle of phi. Okay, so it is lying after C, right? In case of cohesionless soil, where does it lie? The failure envelope. Yes,
Origin.
at origin, right? So as we are discussing about only cohesive soil, it is lying at after C intersection. Okay. So in case of passive, okay, the pressure equation is like this. See, we have seen this derivation in the last class. Okay, so same diagram. The same diagram is used to derive this expression. Okay, PP is equal to gamma Z Kp plus 2C by under root of Kp. Okay, so H is the retaining wall and the ground surface is horizontal. Okay. And now we are discussing about passive earth pressure distribution. Okay. PP. Okay. So PP is equal here. So it is not converting from negative to positive. Okay. It is same always. Okay. So in the active case, if you see, So it was varying from negative to positive it became, right?
Ma'am,
Ah.
ma'am, ZC is equal to 2C into root KA by gamma కదా రావాల్సి.
Jc into
ZC is equal to 2C into root KA by gamma కదా రావాల్సింది. రూట్ KA కిందికి ఎందుకు వచ్చింది మ్యామ్?
ఇది అవతల పోతుంది జెడ్సీ లేదు, ఇది అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ కేఏ. ఇది ఒకసారి మీరు చూసుకోండి, పైనుంచి కిందికి ఇక్కడ కేఏ ఉంది, ఇటు సైడ్ కేఏ ఉంది, ఇక్కడ అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ కేఏ ఉంది.
ఓకే,
రెండు సైడ్లు ఉంది కేఏ. ఓకేనా? మనం ఈక్వేషన్ రాసేటప్పుడు ఒక్క చోటనే రాస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ కేఏ అవుతుంది. చూసుకోండి. అది పైకి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు మనకు కేఏ 1 - 2 మిగులుతుంది, పైన పవర్లో -1/2 మిగులుతుంది. అందుకోసం కిందికి తీసుకొస్తే ఇది అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ కేఏ అవుతుంది. ఓకేనా? అర్థమైందా? పైన ఉంటే నెగిటివ్ ఉంటుంది, అందుకోసమే కిందికి తీసుకొస్తాం, అప్పుడు పాజిటివ్ అవుతుంది. సింపుల్. రెండు చోట్లలో ఉంది, అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి కేఏ. ఓకేనా? Right. So passive earth pressure, if you see, it is distributed equally. It is not coming from negative to positive here. Okay, only one type of pressure is distributed. Okay. See, if you see at the bottom, always the pressure will be more. Okay, and at the top the pressure will be less. So we'll solve this problem, okay, afterwards. So let us discuss this slide first. So whatever Rankine earth pressure we discussed till now, it was a horizontal. We discussed Rankine earth pressure for cohesive soil, for cohesionless soil, okay, in both active state and passive state, right? So this is a different case again, okay. Rankine earth pressure when surface is inclined, okay. So whatever the diagrams, if you have seen till now, okay, the ground surface was horizontal, okay. Till now, whatever we have seen, the ground surface was horizontal, okay. But whereas in this case, the surface is inclined and which is making angle of alpha, okay. Ground surface is making angle of alpha, it is not horizontal, okay. In this case, okay, so how much PA, the pressure in the active case, the lateral earth pressure in the active case, the pressure in the passive case, okay. Equations are mentioned here, okay. Equations are mentioned, okay. So here you need to understand one more point. So from the equations, okay, we can calculate only magnitude of PA and PP, okay. So we need to understand where does it lies, right? So it is lying from the bottom. From the bottom, the PA is lying at a distance of h/3, okay. From the bottom at a distance of h/3, the PA is lying, okay. So that we need to understand here, and pressure will be distributed like this, okay. And the main thing is the surface is inclined here, okay. So if you see the Ka, okay, Ka is equal to a different formula is present here, a lengthy formula is present here in this case. So till now, if the surface is horizontal, it was only 1 minus sin pi by 1 plus sin pi, right? Ka expression, Ka formula was different till now. So here Ka formula is very lengthy, okay. So Ka is equal to cos alpha into cos alpha minus under root of cos square alpha minus cos square phi, okay. So here you need to understand the difference between phi and alpha, okay. Don't get confused, okay. Alpha is the angle made by the ground surface. Phi is the angle of internal friction. It is a property of soil, okay. So you need to understand the difference between these two, okay. So see, you won't be given the derivation part in case of when there is inclined surface. So they may ask you the derivation or the problem mostly from the when the surface is horizontal only. Okay, so you may not get these kind of means the problem on this topic. Okay, but you need to notice the differences. Okay, Ka and Kp is varying here. Okay, formula is different. Okay, so any doubt in this? Any doubt? Any doubt? Yes. Yes, any doubt? Right. So let us discuss the problem, Rankine earth pressure theory. Right. So are you able to see the problem? And one more thing, see in this equation. So in this equation, if you are noting down the equation in your notebooks, in some textbooks, alpha is represented with I also. Okay. Alpha is replaced with I in some textbooks. Okay. Right. So can anyone read out the problem? Can anyone read out the problem? Samir, can you read out the problem?
Determine the stresses at the top and bottom of the cut shown in the figure. Also determine the maximum depth of potential crack and the maximum depth of unsupported excavation.
Right. So can you tell me what are the things that you need to calculate? Yes. What are the things? See, we have seen all the formulae related to this problem just now. Okay. So can you tell me what are the things that you need to calculate? Samir? Yes. Indu Reddy, can you tell me what are the things that we need to calculate? Unknowns? Yes. What are the unknowns? సో హర్షిత చెప్తారామా అన్నౌన్స్ ఏంటి, ఏమేమి క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాలి ఇక్కడ?
జెడ్సీ మ్యామ్.
జెడ్సీ ఓన్లీ జెడ్సీనేనా? సో జెడ్సీ అంటే ఇది ఓకే, ఇక్కడ ఓకే జెడ్సీ ఒకటి. మళ్ళీ పైన ఇంకేమో చెప్పారు కదమ్మా, స్ట్రెస్సెస్. సో స్ట్రెస్సెస్ అంటే ఏంటండి, ఏం క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాలి? Yes. Maximum depth of unsupported excavation. ఇంకొకటి కూడా ఉంది. 3 things we need to calculate. So this is the second thing. Okay. So what is the first thing that we need to calculate?
Stresses at the top and bottom.
So what is that? Stresses in the top and bottom ante.
2c under root k and KA by h minus 2c under root k.
So we need to calculate PA. First thing, we need to calculate PA because it is asked to calculate stresses, right? Stresses. PA top and PA at 0 we need to calculate. Okay. PA at 0 and one more thing, PA at bottom annaru. Okay. PA at bottom ante PA at 4 meters. Okay. PA at 4 meters also we need to calculate. Okay. And depth of potential crack. Okay. Depth of tensile crack anna potential crack anna same. So ZC calculate cheyali. What is the last thing that we need to calculate? Maximum depth of unsupported excavation. Okay. So మనం ఇంకో ఫార్ములా కూడా చూసాం HC. Okay. So critical height అన్న maximum depth of unsupported excavation అన్న ఒకటే. Okay. So మనము ఈ 3 things calculate చేయాలి. PA at top అంటే 0, PA at 0, Z equal to 0 and PA at bottom అంటే Z equal to 4 meters. ఓకే మనకు డయాగ్రామ్లో కనిపిస్తుంది. And ZC, HC. Okay. So you just calculate and tell me. So can anyone tell me the formula to calculate the PA? Yes.
Half gamma into h square into Ka.
కరెక్ట్ అయినా అది చూసుకోండి. సో హాఫ్ గామా ఎప్పుడు వస్తుంది నార్మల్గా వెన్ వీ నీడ్ టు యూజ్ దిస్ ఈక్వేషన్ అండ్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ఈక్వేషన్ యూ టోల్డ్ వెన్ వీ నీడ్ టు యూజ్ దట్ ఈక్వేషన్ మీరు అది అండర్స్టాండ్ యూ నీడ్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ దట్. సో మీరు చెప్పిన ఈక్వేషన్ ఆఫ్ అనేది ఎప్పుడు వస్తుందంటే వెన్ ఎవర్ we apply the integration we'll get off. Okay. So why do we apply the integration? Okay. So whenever we want to calculate the pressure throughout the length of the R, whenever we want to calculate the pressure force, okay, we'll get off term equation. Okay. Whenever we want to calculate the pressure according to the depth. Okay. So in those cases we need to use this equation. Okay. So we need to use this equation whenever you want to calculate the pressure at different points. Okay. And after applying the integration means, okay, totally if you want to calculate or pressure force if you want to calculate, then whatever the equation you said, that is correct. Okay. So now according to this problem you need to calculate at the top and bottom the pressure, right? So you need to use this equation. Okay. So calculate and tell me what is PA. చెప్పాలండి, calculate చెప్పాలి. See formula is also I am showing, only substitution you need to do.
14.78.
14.78. PA at how many meters, Prashant? That is
4 meters.
PA at 4 meters. How much you got? 14.78. Unit చెప్పాలండి. యూనిట్ చెప్పాలి 14.78 ప్రెజర్ కదా ఓన్లీ కిలో న్యూటన్ లో ఉంటుందా
kilonewton per meter.
రైట్ సో ఇట్ ఈస్ ద ప్రెజర్ అట్ బాటమ్ రైట్ 14.8 అంటే ఇది బాటమ్ సో ఇట్ వాజ్ ఆస్క్డ్ ఆన్ ది టాప్ ఆల్సో
Minus 32.37.
టాప్ లో ఎంత అండి
Minus 32.4, ma'am.
minus 32.4 kilonewton per meter square, right? So you try to draw the diagram for this, okay? So it will also look like this. So where do you represent this minus 32.4?
At the top.
At the top, minus 32.4 you need to represent here, and bottom
14.
how much you will represent? 14.8 or 14.78 kilonewton per meter square, right? So you need to draw the diagram also, right? So the diagram look like this, okay? So you need to calculate what? Depth of tensile crack also, ZC. So calculate and tell me how much it is. Vishnu, ZC ki formula చెప్తారా అండి ZC की फार्मूला विष्णु ఏమైంది రశస్విని లేరా అండి క్లాస్లో రశస్విని చెప్పాలి డెప్త్ ఆఫ్ టెన్సైల్ క్రాక్ కి ఫార్ములా మణికంఠ వినిపిస్తుందా మణికంఠ ఎస్ ఏమైందండి సో కెన్ ఎనీవన్ టెల్ మీ ద ఫార్ములా ఫర్ ZC డెప్త్ ఆఫ్ టెన్సైల్ క్రాక్
टू सी बाई गामा इंटू रूट के है
yeah 2c by gamma into root ka, right? సి మీకు ఇక్కడ డయాగ్రామ్ లో ఇచ్చారండి సి వాల్యూ గామా వాల్యూ కూడా ఇచ్చారు 18 కిలోన్యూటన్ పర్ మీటర్ క్యూబ్ రైట్ ఎంత వచ్చిందండి జెడ్సీ
2.74 meters.
రైట్ 2.74 meters. రైట్ సో మనము జీరో అనేది ఎక్కడ రిప్రజెంట్ చేయాలి అన్నది ఆఫ్టర్ క్యాలిక్యులేటింగ్ డెప్త్ ఆఫ్ టెన్సైల్ క్రాక్ వీ కెన్ డిసైడ్ దట్ ఓకే సో మనము ఇంతకుముందు డయాగ్రామ్ చూసినట్టయితే జెడ్సీ అనేది టాప్ నుంచి చాలా తక్కువ డెప్త్లోనే ఉండింది ఓకే సో ఈ కేసులో ఏమైంది జెడ్సీ అనేది చాలా లాంగ్ టైం తర్వాత ఇట్ హ్యాపెండ్ ఓకే రైట్ సో ద డిస్టెన్స్ ఐ విల్ రిప్రజెంట్ హియర్ సో ఇది జెడ్సీ అండి ఓకే వాట్ ఎవర్ వీ క్యాలిక్యులేటెడ్ ఓకే జెడ్సీ దిస్ ఈస్ 2.7 అండి 2.7 meters right we need to represent this on the diagram okay maximum depth of unsupported excavation HC calculate we need to calculate అశ్రిత్ చెప్తారా ఫార్ములా HC కి yes Ashrit are you there in the class ఏమైందండి? క్లాస్లో ఉన్నారంటే ఉన్నారు, లేదంటే లేదా. ఇంకా హెచ్సి ఫార్ములా ఏంటి? ఏ ఫార్ములా యూస్ చేయాలి హెచ్సి క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాలంటే? 112 మణిదీప్. ఎస్. రాజేష్ ఉన్నావా క్లాస్లో? ఎంత వచ్చిందండి హెచ్సి? సాత్విక్, హౌ మచ్ యూ గాట్ ఫర్ హెచ్సి?
క్యాల్కులేట్ మేడం, క్యాల్కులేట్ నా దగ్గర.
ఓకే. మీకు క్యాల్సీ కావాల్సింది ఒక పాయింట్కే. sin 12 వాల్యూ ఎంత కావాలనో చూసుకోవాలి అంతే. sin 12 అంటే ఏంటంటే అప్రాక్సిమేట్గా sin 30కి sin 0కి మధ్యలో యావరేజ్ వాల్యూ వేసుకుంటే సరిపోతుంది. అంతేనా? 0.25 కన్నా తక్కువ వేసుకుంటే సరిపోతుంది. 0.22నో 0.2నో చాలు చేయాలని మనసు ఉండాలి, కానీ చేయొచ్చండి క్యాల్సీ లేకపోయినా. పెద్ద డిఫికల్ట్ ఏం కాదు. రైట్. హెచ్సికి ఫార్ములా చెప్పండి అట్లీస్ట్. ఇంతకుముందే చూపించాను, ఇంతకుముందే చెప్పాను.
4c-gamma.
4c-gamma అంతేనా? అంతేనా? ఇంకా ఏమన్నా యాడ్ చేయాలా? సో
Gamma into root Ka.
గామా ఇంటూ రూట్ కేఏ. ఓకే. సో ఇది ఈ ఈక్వేషన్ కూడా పాసిబుల్. ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే కేఏ అనేది 0 అయినప్పుడు ఇది పాసిబుల్. ఓకే. కేఏ వాల్యూ 0 వచ్చిందా మనకి? ప్రశాంత్, హౌ మచ్ యూ గాట్ కేఏ వాల్యూ? 0.656 వచ్చింది. కాబట్టి మనం కేఏ వాల్యూ సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేయాలి ఫార్ములా. సో వీ నీడ్ టు యూజ్ దిస్ ఫార్ములా. మన కేఏ 0 వచ్చినట్టయితే దెన్ యూ కెన్ యూజ్ దిస్ ఫార్ములా. ఓకే. సో ఇన్ దిస్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ వీ నీడ్ టు యూజ్ దిస్ ఫార్ములా ఫర్ హెచ్సి. ఓకే. సో టెల్ మీ జస్ట్ వాట్ ఈస్ హెచ్సి వాల్యూ?
5.5
5.5 యూనిట్స్ చెప్పాలండి.
meters.
Critical height. Okay. So it is meters. Right. So right. సో మనము ఈ ర్యాంకిన్స్ ఎర్త్ ప్రెజర్ అనేది 3 కేసెస్ డిస్కస్ చేసామండి ఇంతవరకు. ఓకే. సో 3 కేసెస్లో నియర్లీ 7 to 8 ఫార్ములాస్ వచ్చాయండి మనకి. ఓకే. సో ఈ 3 కేసెస్ మీరు ఒకసారి టేబుల్ వేసుకోండి. ఓకే. 3 కేసెస్: కోయిసివ్ సాయిల్, కోహెషన్ లెస్ సాయిల్, ఇంక్లైన్ సర్ఫేస్. ఓకే. ఈ 3 కేసెస్లో యాక్టివ్ ఎర్త్ ప్రెజర్కి ఫార్ములా ఏంటి, ప్యాసివ్ ఎర్త్ ప్రెజర్కి ఫార్ములా ఏంటి. ఓకే. సో అట్లా టేబుల్ వేసుకొని పెట్టుకోండి, మీకు ఈక్వేషన్స్ అనేది కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవ్వవు. ఓకే. సో ఒకసారి అలా వేసుకొని చూస్తే కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవ్వవు. రైట్. So in the next class, we'll start about Coulomb's theory. Okay. So Coulomb has made some assumptions. Okay. So see, these two scientists are very important for us. These people discussed, both of them discussed about earth pressure. Okay. బట్ అజంప్షన్స్ ఆర్ డిఫరెంట్ అంతే అండి. అండ్ మనకు ర్యాంకిన్స్ ఎర్త్ ప్రెజర్ అంటే ఏంటి, కోసివ్ సాయిల్కి డిఫరెంట్గా, కోషన్ లెస్ సాయిల్కి డిఫరెంట్గా, అండ్ ఇంక్లైన్ సర్ఫేస్కి డిఫరెంట్గా. ఓకే, ఇలా ఇచ్చారు. వెరస్ కూలుమ్స్ ఇస్ ద సైంటిస్ట్, అంటే ఆయన ఈక్వేషన్ జనరలైజ్డ్గా ఇచ్చారండి. సర్ఫేస్ ఇంక్లైన్డ్ అయితే ఎలా, అలా డిఫరెంట్గా కాకుండా ఒక్క ఈక్వేషన్లోనే అన్ని టర్మ్స్ వచ్చేటట్టు ఇచ్చారండి. ఓకే, సో కూలమ్స్ వెడ్జ్ థియరీ. ఓకే, సో మనం ర్యాంకిన్స్ ఎర్త్ ప్రెజర్ థియరీ చూసినట్టయితే, ఓకే, so are you able to see this slide? I'll tell you the main difference between Coulomb's earth pressure theory and Rankins theory. Okay, so Rankins earth pressure theory lo one soil element is considered at a depth of jet, and he analyzed the pressure calculation, the pressure distribution for one soil element, and then he applied the integration, so that we'll be getting for total depth of retaining wall, right? So the Coulomb is a scientist who considered the wedge of soil. Okay, one piece of soil mass he considered. Okay, so Rankine is a scientist who considered only one soil element for analysis. Okay, so Coulomb is a scientist who considered total piece, okay, or one slice of soil mass he considered and he analyzed. Okay, so that is the main difference between Rankine and Coulomb. Okay, and there are some assumptions for Rankine and for Coulomb's also. The main difference is, okay, if you see the assumptions, okay, so these are like common. Okay, soil is homogeneous, semi-infinite, dry, portionless. Okay, all these are common. Okay, so the main difference lies here. Okay, the back of retaining wall is smooth and vertical in case of Rankine's theory, but whereas in the case of Coulomb's theory, okay, the difference lies here. Okay, so Coulomb assumed that the retaining wall back is rough. Okay, so what is mean by it? The back of retaining wall is rough. What does it mean? What does it mean? Can anyone tell me? Yes, what does it mean? The back of the retaining wall is rough. So Rankine is saying that the back of retaining wall, okay, so it is smooth, is saying Rankine. Okay, whereas Coulomb is saying it is rough. What does it mean? Rough ante entandi? So when the surface is rough, what does it mean? There will be chance for what?
About friction, ma'am.
Right, so there will be chance for existence of friction. Okay, so there will be interlocking of soil particles with the back of the retaining wall. Okay, so friction will exist here at the back of the retaining wall. Okay, according to the assumption of Coulomb. Okay, right, so this is the main difference from Rankine to Coulomb. One is wedge is considered for analysis. Okay, and wedge is considered as rigid body. Okay, rigid body. And one more assumption, the change in the assumption from Rankine's to Coulomb is this one: surface is rough, right? So rigid body, what is mean by it? The slice or the wedge, whichever is considered, it is rigid body. What does it mean? Yes, what does it mean? రిజిడ్ బాడీ అంటే ఏంటండి? అప్పుడు ఎప్పుడో ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ లో చదువుకున్నాం, చెప్పలేమనొద్దు. ఎస్, సమ్మన్ ఈస్ ట్రైంగ్ టు ఆన్సర్ బట్ యువర్ వాయిస్ ఈస్ బ్రేకింగ్. Yes. What is meant by rigid body? Rigid body కి opposite term ఏంటండి?
means fixed body, ma'am.
Rigid body అంటే
Fixed.
fixed body na. What does it mean? Junaid? I think Junaid is answering. Huh? What does it mean by fixed body? Anyone in the class can answer me. What is mean by rigid body?
Deformation 0.
Yes, good. Who is that answered? So rigid body means the deformation is 0. Okay. So is that exist in the reality? Does rigid body exist in the reality? So rigid body never exists. Okay. So that is why it is mentioned in the assumptions that soil mass or soil weight is rigid. Okay. So every body, okay, every object in the universe, it undergoes deformation. Okay, at some or other point of loading, right? So there is no existence of rigid body. Every object is considered as deformable body, but it is assumed that the rigid body is exist. Okay, it is for our easiness always. Okay, so deformable bodies means we need to consider many things. Okay, so our derivations will become complex. That is why we make it to be rigid. Okay, right. So in the next class, we'll be discussing about Coulomb's theory. Okay, and we'll solve one problem on Coulomb's theory also. So if possible, today or tomorrow, I'll give 1 or 2 problems for you as assignment. Okay, like these problems. Okay. So see, you might have listened the way of submitting the assignment. It is changed. Okay. So see, you need to upload your PDF in your drive itself. You need to send only link for us. Okay. So I'll create the Google form like that. Okay. You need to submit your assignment. Okay. Through your drive, and you need to send us only your Google link, drive link. Okay, no need to send the PDF. No need to upload your PDF. Okay, for us. Right. So can you switch on your videos and show me your notebooks? Switch on your videos and show me your notebooks. We discussed one problem, right? So at least today you are show your notebooks. Switch on your videos. Only the people who shows their notebook, they'll get attendance. Yes. Show your notebook, then you will be given the attendance. No one is switching on their video to show the notebook. Yes. ఒక్కరు ఆన్ చేశారండి. switch on your videos to show your notebook. Then only you'll be given attendance. Right.